All right, few things. Foodies. Thing number one. Yes, I am wearing the same sweatshirt I'm always wearing. That is because I own approximately one sweatshirt. If you do not want me to wear the same sweatshirt every video, please like and subscribe so I can actually start making revenue on YouTube and I can buy a new sweatshirt. Thing number two. I have been irked as a clown main for years now because every time I see a tier list, I see the same thing. I see people saying the clown is not that good. I'm also irked that I haven't got my room darkening shades up yet, so I still have all this behind me. We're gonna get it fixed. Hey friends, okay, so today we are going to talk about the clown and why you are wrong about the clown. So, I listen to the community, and all I ever hear is how the clown needs a major buff. And I'm here to tell you, as somebody who has put so many hours into clown, that's a little ridiculous. You're wrong. I mean, you think about it, right? You think about how many hours we get on this earth, which is not that many in the grand scheme of things, and I've spent a lot of them playing as this one character in this one video game. I'm having an existential crisis about it, but that's not even why we're here. We're here to tell you the clown is not that bad. You guys are just mean. Oh, he said the title. Ah. Yeah, so I just don't get it, man. I don't get it because I play the clown so much. I don't get why you're so mean to my boy. Why are you bullying him? Why do you bully the clown? He's not that bad. Is he the best killer in the game? Possibly. But even if you don't want to give him that credit, let's talk about this from a realistic standpoint. I'm going to put up on the screen. Nope, it's going to be on this side of the screen because the camera reverses everything. I'm going to put up on the screen all of his add-ons. And I'm going to point out to you, I got him up on this other screen right here so I can make sure I get the title right. He's got quite a few decent add-ons he can put on that make him better. Starting with the Browns, you can see that he has the Ether 5%, the Robin Feather, and the Fingerless Parade Gloves. None of these are great add-ons, but they're all decent. The Robin Feather slightly decreases the cooldown time between throws, so instead of going whop, whop, he can go whop, whop. It's very effective. The Fingerless Gloves make it to where he can reload slightly faster, which again, Clown's greatest weakness, bar none. The big weakness of this killer is that he essentially has to eat a decisive strike every time he wants to reload his bottles. That's pretty bad for chases. Can you imagine any other killer? You know, Demogorgon, right? Say Demogorgon wanted to, he had a few shreds he gets to do. Let's turn our light on. Why is the light not on? Ah, there we go. Now I'm positively glowing. Anyway, say Demogorgon had a certain amount of shreds and then he had to reload them. Well, if you're in a chase and all of a sudden you have to stop to reload your power, that's pretty bad. And the issue is that unlike Huntress, who also has to reload hers, Clown's bottles don't do damage to you. They just slow you down. So I'm willing to admit that that's a fault in this game. So obviously something like the Fingerless Parade Gloves that shave even a fraction of a second off the time it takes them to do that, pretty good. The Ether 5% is not very good, but it's okay. It's all right. What you do find is outside of his ultra rares, his best items are actually uncommons. They're yellow items, which would be the Thick Cork Stopper and the Starling Feather. The Thick Cork Stopper greatly cuts down on the time it takes him to reload. I'm talking, he just swishes it a few times and he's ready to go again. He can keep a chase going if he has the Cork Stopper. I am always running low on Cork Stoppers. You can compare the numbers underneath all of the different items I have and realize that, hey, food's running a little low on Cork Stoppers. That's because if I had my way, I would bring that every clown game. They are fantastic. The Starling Feather takes off the time that he loses when he throws a bottle, so he's able to get back into motion more quickly. So it keeps him a little more competitive. The Sticky Soda bottle gives him an extra bottle to throw at people, which look, it's nice. If you can't bring the cork stopper, bring the sticky soda bottle so that you can have more bottles to throw before you have to reload. Also, one more thing I'm going to give a shout out to is a Solomon Jug. It is the Great Dead Hard Eliminator. It makes the target exhausted if you hit them with it. Even though I will say that one's a little buggy, I seem to get dead-hearted even when I hit people with it sometimes, so I don't know. Interestingly, his green add-ons are kind of his weak ones. The Ether 10% volume is alright, but outside of that, yeah, you're not really going to use any of those. Once you get to his purple add-ons, they're all actually pretty good. They all give you solid value, above average, good add-ons. Then you get to his ultra rares. Tattoo's Middle Finger, maybe the most underrated add-on in the game. I'm interested, man. I know Otofu did a video where he tried to get value out of it, and I was kind of surprised that he came to the conclusion that it wasn't that good. He was kind of in the middle. He was like, was it good, or what? Did I just play well? And that's certainly an argument that can be made. But in the case of how I see it, imagine that you had I'm all ears, but instead of being reliant upon the survivors to activate it, you can activate. All you have to do is hit them with a bottle, and all of a sudden you can use I'm all ears. Isn't that nice? I mean, and you don't have the long charge time that comes with the actual perk I'm all ears. You can keep up with survivors. You can see where they're looping. You can cut off loops early. I think it's wonderful. I think it's a wonderful little add-on, especially if you are newer to the game. Not to say that it's an add-on for newbies, but if you are newer to the game, it can really help you figure out how people are going to try to loop you when you can't see them through a structure. So I like the middle finger, but what I really like is the Redhead's Pinky Finger, which is just every bit as nasty as... It's every bit as nasty as Huntress's Eerie Head. The only difference, he gets multiple ones of these. And man, I tell you what, it is easy. It is so very easy to hit. They call it a bottle toss. If you hit the survivor with the bottle, it's very easy to do. All you have to play is clown. You have to play clown a few times and you'll get really good at bottle tosses. So my point there is, yeah, clown is actually pretty good in terms of add-ons. When it comes to perks, there are quite a few that work in synergy with clown. Firstly, what he comes equipped with is actually one of the better suites of perks that any DLC character has. So he's Pop Goes the Weasel, which is S tier, S plus tier. I mean, you're talking about a perk that I want to say the unofficial usage rate was somewhere around like 80% of games killers were bringing it. Maybe not. Maybe that is completely out of left field and I'm just making that up. But I seem to remember hearing that. So if it's not true, yeah, I don't know, man, sue me. But it's such a fantastic perk. You know how it is. You get a hook, you go kick a gen, it loses 25% of its progress. I mean, that is astonishingly good. That is a very, very powerful thing to give to a killer. In addition, he comes with Colorophobia and Bamboozle. Bamboozle is a perk that some people love, some people hate. I kind of fall closer to loving it. I think it's really effective to be able to shut down loops. And I think that I think what you find is the better the killer, the more they probably dislike Bamboozle because they can shut down loops on their own. But if you're even just a decent or slightly above average killer, Bamboozle is going to do you some real favors along the way. And then Colorophobia, it's not great, but my gosh, the times I've had to work through Colorophobia, it is nice. It has benefit, and I'm wondering if with the buff to We're Gonna Live Forever, where survivors now heal at 100% speed when picking up somebody off the ground, Colorophobia may become a little more meta. Not meta, mind you, but a little more meta. So, good add-ons, really good add-ons. One S tier perk, and then two decent ones. But then, what's his power? How is his power failing him in the eyes of the community? Or how is it working for him in my eyes? So, I was talking with another clown main about this because, I do have a habit of whenever I come across a clown main, especially on stream, I like to let them know that I am also a clown main, and they'll usually come to the stream and we'll talk about the clown for a little bit. And it's just a fantastic time because it's a small community, man. Clown College does not have the enrollment we would like it to have. So one thing I'm finding very consistently is people who enjoy playing the clown enjoy him for the same reason. They enjoy that he is a zoning killer. So I mentioned this in the tier list video, I believe, but what people should be doing with clown is using the bottles not with the sole intention of gaining ground on the survivors and getting a hit, but with luring the survivor into unwinnable situations. If there is an option A and an option B, and option A is far preferable for the killer to option B, what you want to do is you want to throw the bottle at option B so they will have to go to option A, where you want them to be, which I realize that's a lot of letters. You know, that's probably a confusing way to phrase it. But basically, if there are two spots and you don't want them going to one of them, throw a bottle at the one you don't want them going to. Most survivors are going to run to the one that does not have the bottle. And it's as simple as that. It's a very effective strategy. Now, we could get into the more advanced bottle placement. Just as of the time of recording this, last night, I believe, was when I played a clown whose bottle placement just blew me away. He was tossing bottles and they were hitting exactly where they needed to, and it felt like a rather oppressive game. He was astonishingly good at ending chases, which, it should be noted, is the clown's great strength. He can end chases like few other killers. The clown, especially if you pair him with the perks that are going to help him, so save the best for last, so that reload time on his animation of the swinging, is just cut down by 40%. If you bring Enduring, Spirit Fury, Brutal Strength, anything that's going to help him smash pallets more effectively, you can really end chases quickly with Clown. I think Clown is one of the killers who benefits extremely well from insta-down perks. So we're talking Devour Hope, we're talking Make Your Choice, we're talking Haunted Grounds. The Dragon's Grip is one that I'm excited to try a little more on Clown. Clown benefits so much from insta-down perks because he is so very good at getting that first hit. It's usually the second hit where you have to get a little more creative with Clown, and I think that's where people get frustrated. But this was a bit of a quickie video. I wanted to make the case that if you're not playing Clown a lot and you're saying, well, I'm just not so sure about the Clown, I've heard he's pretty bad, go out, give him a try. Try the Clown, play a few games as Clown, and my recommendation is when you play as Clown, bring the Thick Cork Stopper and the Starling Feather. Bring insta-down perks and perks that are going to help you in the chase, as well as just the ideal clown build would also have one kind of tracking perk, because all killers need some kind of tracking perk. So barbecue and chili, bitter murmur, just some whispers, something so you can find the survivors in the first place. But if you were to do maybe the ideal clown build of something along the lines of tracking perk plus Pop Goes the Weasel plus a chase perk plus an insta-down perk, you're going to find he's quite the viable killer. I do believe you will find that. And if you don't, get back to me. Come back and dislike the video. Tell me, hey, Will, you're dumb. You got it wrong. This is a doo-doo killer. I don't like him at all. But you won't be saying that because the clown is not that bad. You guys are just mean. Bye, friends.